You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, and I'm coming at you with another live stream. A lot of these companies are just like social media. I was talking about this on Brainwaves earlier, and I want to extend this conversation because it seems like a lot of these companies are trying to be social media outlets to try to gain certain information about you, and they see that you have potential, yet they want to play this game like a skit. They want to be on a skit. A lot of these companies are skits, particularly in New York, parts of Georgia, Boston, LA, Chicago. Many of these companies are running a skit on the American people, quote unquote American people. Make no mistake about it, the majority of the American people is catching on to what's going on with these companies and how they're rolling, and they're asking you to do this, do that. And it's like they're not really companies. Remember 2 years back, 3 years back, a lot of the CEOs resigned. It seemed like people forgot about that. A lot of CEOs resigned from certain places, whether it was Walmart, YouTube. We're talking about major businesses where CEOs, CFOs step down. It's like they know what's going on. And so a lot of these companies are run by certain entities, and these entities is doing test drives on people in these places of work. It's not about how much you're getting paid an hour, folks. It's that you're a test run in these companies. And that's why a lot of the younger people, they don't want to be a test run in these companies. Yo, I really figured it out, Brainwiz, Ringo. A lot of people that, talk about certain business aspect of things in these companies, or you on a, site, particularly in these northern states, I'm telling you, they doing they doing test runs on people. So it's a whole gimmick right now. I'm telling you, if you're in New York, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're in Jersey, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're in Massachusetts, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like they doing test runs on everybody right now for the most part. So let's say you go for an interview, you go through the interview, and you're looking at the situation like, where's the hidden camera at? Because it's just not us talking in here. It's got to be a camera around somewhere. And like they send it to their other friends, and check out the social media. I'm telling you, a lot of these companies, it's not what you think it is, y'all. You're signing up for an agency right now. They could pay you anywhere from 15 to 30. It could be 50 an hour. So what a lot of these people are saying on the internet is that they quitting because they see the madness. They see something ain't right. Back in the days when you used to work for a company, go to the site, whatever you got paid, they wasn't on your case. Now they send you messages, they send you weird messages, encrypto messages, and I'm getting them, and I'm like, nah, I can't deal with these people, man. I'm telling you, what's going on in these Ibarasi states? Talk to me, y'all. What's going on in these Ibarasi states? Yo, they asking you, are you a citizen? Are you a resident? I didn't have to deal with that in Florida. It's like when you in the southern states, they looking for people to work. You ain't got to go through all this BS process, all this extensive stuff. Like, I'm like, yo, a lot of the northern states, it's like you in the company of another country, y'all. And I truly believe that particular countries have taken over the companies in the northern states. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're in New York, You in the Ibarasi states. If you're not in the Ibarasi state, this message is not for you. If you're in the Ibarasi state, put a 5 in the chat. If you are in the Ibarasi state, put a 5 in the chat. I'm talking to those who live in the Ibarasi state right now. If you're not in the Ibarasi state, this message is not for you. For everybody that's in the Ibarasi state, put a 5 in the chat. Because if you're not in the Ibarasi state, this don't pertain to you. The reason why I'm mentioning Brainwaves is because he's in the Ibarasi state in Georgia. That is an Ibarasi state. It has become an Ibarasi state in Georgia. If you go out the city limits, for the most part, it's not an Ibarasi state. I'm talking to those who live in an Ibarasi state. Please pay attention. Because those states, they have foreign entity running these companies using your personal information as a social media experiment. And that's how they're getting these people to come here. I'm telling you, it's some crazy madness with these companies. Be mindful what you sign up for, because you're signing up your information to some other country, and that's how they know about you. You know what I'm saying? That's how they know about you. So if you in the Ibarasi state, I advise you to stop getting sidetracked and pay attention to whom you think you're working for, because you're not working for an American company. I'm telling you that right now. And y'all need to put your differences to the side, because even Trump is telling you. And I'm going to show you a footage of what Trump said from a particular channel. Even Trump saying it. And it's not about is he right or wrong, it's paying attention to the signs. Because he's in the know. He's in the know. He is in that top percent. You must listen, because they have to tell you the truth. So what these companies is doing is selling your information. And that's what they're doing in New York. No matter where you work at in New York, no matter if you work for the city, if you don't work for the city, I'm telling you what I know, because I've been through the process, and it's like now I'm starting to see what I talked about before a year, some change ago. If you are in these Ibarasi states, get out while possible. Get out. Get out of these companies, because they're going to have you on the lower end of the bottom tone of the salary. And what gets me is Anton Daniels talking about we're supposed to kiss these people's behinds. Listen, Anton Daniels, we're not kissing the foreign entities behind. Why you not telling your audience that? Why you not telling your audience of why a lot of people really quitting? Because they see the handwriting on the wall. Your information is being sold to an entity of another country. It's no longer America running companies. Don't y'all see that? Take to the what? Lead to the what? We having a serious conversation. Why is if I'm in New York, or if I'm in Jersey, if I'm in Pennsylvania, that I got to answer to another entity to send my personal information to them? Take to the what? Lead to the what? If I live in another country and I'm doing business in another country, it's one thing. Why I have to get approved from another country to work for the reasonable time? No. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And I'm one of the few YouTubers that's going to talk about it, because it needs to be talked about. I need to put the pressure on the larger platforms, talking about we should be working for. You don't even know who you're working for no more. Do you know who you're working for? Because you're in the Ibarasi state, Antoine Daniels. You in the Ibarasi state, Detroit, where Majority of those Fortune 500 companies is run by the other side of the globe. Since when America has a lot of say in companies? Do y'all know who y'all working for? Have y'all done your? No, you just looking at what check you getting. So as long as that check looking nice, you're not paying attention to the rabbit hole. And then you wonder why you're paying more taxes. And you're paying for somebody else's livable arrangements. We need to start thinking clearly of who we working for. So I did my research and I'm like, wait a minute. This company is not even in North America. It's in Canada. That's the biggest Ibarasi country in the world. That's an Ibarasi on top of Ibarasi, Canada. And shout out to those in Canada that watch my channel. I'm just keeping it real. You in the Ibarasi of Ibarasis. With that prime minister. So when I'm looking at this and I'm saying, what's up with the Northeast in particular? Where's Don Godito at? Because a lot of these hospitals is run by these foreign entities too. No wonder the Dashing Company, the Uber Eats, the Lyft is run by other people from other parts of the world because they have a connection to this universal income. The universal income is serious in New York, serious in LA, serious in Oakland, serious in Chicago, serious in Detroit. We got a UIB? I'm paying for UIB? What? It has come to this? I'm working for $4 an hour? So we went from $10 an hour to $4 an hour after taxes. How many of you're making a certain amount an hour, and when you deduct what you got to take care of, you really working for $4 or $5 an hour now in the northern states. You're not even over $10 an hour. Let's say you're making $16 an hour. You might as well say you're making $4 an hour because of all the stuff you have to do for yourself. Now, let alone if you got a family and you just relying on one income, ain't gonna get you by these days. We gotta talk about this. Because why is it that a lot of high-end six figures are walking away? Why are they walking away? It's one thing if you walking away from a $30,000, $20,000 a year job, maybe $40,000 if you up there, $50,000. Yet and still, you got people working 3 jobs and still struggling in these Ibarasi states. Everything going up. I'm looking at stuff, $100 worth of food. It's only 4 or 5 items, man. You know when we used to come up, you spend $100 on food, you have groceries for a month or two. For you, your sister, if you have a brother, whatever the case may be, your moms, if you with your moms only, or you have both parents. $100 is laughable for food for a single person. You spend $100 on grocery as a single man. You getting 4 or 5 items. By the time you get to the 4th, 5th item, you're already spending $50. So technically, you're busting your behind in these Ibarasi states and they disrespecting you. And Antoine, I'm gonna have to get on you. You so-called black men talking about we should take the disrespect. No, we're not taking no disrespect, Antoine Daniels. We're not kissing nobody's behind, Antoine Daniels. You're starting to become like Esau now. You have to be Esau because Esau love to be opposite of what's important. Then you're going to play this so-called black man that we should take it and kick it up the butt? Take to the what? Lead to the what? What's going on with you Midwestern dudes? Where Gabe A at? Gabe A, that's your man. He's in Detroit. Where's Gabe A at? Where's the cyber man at? That's in Detroit. Where is he at? Tell him to come out the woodworks. He haven't been in my chat in eons. Oh, I know your state is red on loss. I know that. I definitely know that. I'm paying attention to the chat right now. I definitely know that. I'm just talking about the Ibarasi states. What's up, DW? See, a lot of people leaving the chat because they seem offended about what I'm saying, more than likely. They seem offended what I'm talking about. Maybe they are, maybe they ain't. They did like the video, so they don't seem to be offensive about it. We're supposed to kiss behinds. We're supposed to let them take from the American people? Really? Of course they're going to bring these people in from other countries. And when they realize they're being used on its UIB service, then they're going to be like, it's no different than where they came from. You can't escape what's going on economically. It's right in front of your face. You're going to have to work 5 services just to say you're going to get a gain of bread. Bread for $10? What? Just to get bread? That's not messed with. That much is $10. Just to get some potatoes, actual potatoes, you're going to spend about $15, $20 for some real potatoes. Telling y'all, man, I'm telling y'all, this is crazy. You better off being on social media and get what you can, because being at these sites ain't cutting it for the average man, for the average lady. No matter of the ethnicity, you got our people, you got other Gentiles talking about this miserable JOB situation. They in their car, they at their house, and people think it's a joke. People are leaving $100,000 salary. That's something you need to pay attention to as well. Why would somebody quit $100,000 salary, 6-figure? And they would rather work 2 days, 3 days a week. Nobody wants to work 5 days a week no more. Nobody wants to work 6 days a week no more, let alone every day in most cases. We're going to get to a point that they don't have enough people or enough of those things to run this country. And it seemed like Ibarracis is going to continue to see a downward spiral to the point they're going to have no choice. And just, hey, we're going to let y'all work this amount of time and you can take as much time off as you want, because people are not kissing these companies behinds no more. I've seen videos, people going to work at this place for 1 month and they leave. They just started and they walk out. Because they're looking at the situation of the environment. They're like, oh, heck no, I'm not trying to be here past a month. I'm going to give me a little something and then find me something else. If I don't, I don't. So if you're in the Ibarraci state, this message is for you. You're going to have some serious decisions to make, because things are going up and your salary ain't matching what you got going up. Your salary or your hourly pay ain't matching what you got going on. Especially if you by yourself or you have a relationship, you have children. Decisions. I know I ain't gonna care about your situation. The company ain't gonna care about your situation. They're gonna find other ways to make their pockets fat and your pockets is empty. We have an empty wallets right now in these states. And that's why a lot of ladies is going to other routes. Men are going to other routes to survive. To survive. So I'm not going to be on too long. All I'm going to tell you is, and I'm going to tag Anton Daniels to this because I want him to see this video. I want to say this to him. Shame on you, bro. For talking about we should kiss behinds. We should be acceptable to what they give us. Really? Oh, really? Then answer this question. Why is people quitting six-figure high-end salaries too? Y'all just disrespect those who working low wages. Yet look at the high wages of people leaving. Because some of you are high wages. So it doesn't matter the wage or the hourly pay. It's the people are tired of the stress and the BS and the nonsense. I get it though. I get it. Get to the bag. Stress yourself out. And you know what? I saw that Asian guy. He said he ain't trying to be overweight. I'm overweight. I'm not trying to stay overweight forever. Is this guy looking at the situation of his? Get into the bag. You're not exercising. You're letting yourself go. These companies ain't going to care about your health situation. Neither will they care about mine. Health is the actual currency. Because a lot of us, we get to a point, we get into the bag, get into the money. We're not paying attention to our diet. We eat ourselves out. You won't get to enjoy your payments. That goes for you ladies too. The more hours you work, the more you gain weight. The less hours you work, and the more productivity you got. The other countries is getting it. They're not overworking their workers. Only in America. America is the overworked in the most miserable place. People are miserable, sad, decompressed. They can't even decompress because by the time they lay their eyes, they hit that alarm clock before you even know it. People are not having fun in these northern states, particularly in the Ibarraci ones. So to Lost Game, thank you for tuning in. DW, thank you for tuning in. If you supported the Cash App, I appreciate it. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the clip tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you tomorrow what's going on. I'm gonna show you tomorrow what's going on. Tonight I'm just having a, you know, regular dark screen because I've been up since early AM and now look at the time. So I gotta get some rest. So be on the lookout for that, you know, and it's gonna be a couple of shorts to be on the lookout for. And so shout out to these two guys, shout out to those who watching the clouds. And to Brainwiz, man, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy with these companies in these Embarasi states. And you be in the business of things and other brothers be in the business of things. I'm telling you, a lot of our information is being sold to other functions of the world. And they're trying to figure out how they could keep us not growing to be who we're supposed to be. They think they could stop it. They can't stop what's coming to us. Yet, if you look at this average American in these Ibarasi states, you would want to jump shift and get to the other side and make sure your money extends, not detract, not taken advantage of. Couldn't believe this other so-called black man said we're supposed to let ourselves be taken advantage of. We're supposed to accept the whipping. Oh, really? To these Ibarasi states? You love paying high taxes to see a tax money going to another country? Did you see what the VP is running on? Telling the people, we're sorry that you are one paycheck away from being in the street. We're sending a lot of money to other countries. Yeah. So you're hard working behind, whether you 6 figures or not. Instead of that money going back to you during tax season, I guarantee many of you that thought you was going to get a high tax money back, 2,000, 3,000, probably got under $500 after the whole year. It wouldn't surprise me. Tell me what you think about this. Looking forward to seeing what you got to say in the comment section. I'm out. Peace.